Good morning, students. So today we have to start with the different types of epithelial tissue. Okay. So in the previous class we have discussed about the squamous epithelial tissue. Today we will start with the cuboidal epithelial tissue. So as the name is suggesting, cuboidal, it means what? Cube shaped. So simple cuboidal epithelial tissue is a type of epithelial tissue which is found in the body, and it is single layered, thick, and made up of cube shaped cells. So what is the structural feature? It is made up of cube shaped cells which is resting on the basement membrane. What is its location then? This type of tissue is found in the lining the different parts of the body, like the kidney tubules. We have the nephrons, and the kidney tubules are known as what? Nephrons. So the inner lining of nephrons is made up of what? Cuboidal epithelial tissue. It is also found in the respiratory bronchioles, lining of the respiratory bronchioles, and in the walls of the salivary glands and the pancreatic duct. So these are the location of cuboidal epithelial tissue. Basic function here is absorption and secretion. So these are the cube shaped cells. Nucleus is at the center, resting on the basement membrane. So these are the structural features of cuboidal epithelial tissue. Then the columnar epithelial tissue. So as the name is suggesting, the cells will be column shaped. In the cuboidal, the cells were cube shaped and nucleus were at the center, whereas in cuboidal epithelial tissue, the nucleus will be at the base, near the basement membrane. So simple columnar epithelial tissues made up of single layer of long or tall or cylindrical brick-like epithelial cells will be forming the columnar epithelial tissue. It is found in the inner lining of the stomach and intestine. Here also the basic function will be the absorption and secretion. Absorption of the digested nutrients if it is in the intestine, and secretion of the digestive enzymes when it is present in the inner lining of the intestine. So this is the simple columnar epithelial tissue. The cells are elongated, long, brick-like. Nucleus is towards the basement membrane. This is the basement membrane, that is the connective tissue on which the cells are resting. Then there are two types of columnar epithelial tissue, that is ciliated columnar epithelial tissue and glandular epithelial tissue. So as the name is suggesting, the ciliated columnar epithelial tissue, the column shaped cells will be there, and at their free ends they will have the protoplasmic projections or hair like protoplasmic projections, which is known as cilia. Okay, so as the name suggests, ciliated columnar epithelial cells have rectangular in shape and have between 200 to 300 hair or thread like protoplasmic protrusions. Protrusions, it means projections, which is known as cilia. The mitochondria are found towards the apical region. And why the mitochondria is found towards the apical region? So that it will provide the energy to the cilia for their continuous lashing movement. So always keep in lashing movement, back and forth movement. So for that energy is required. So that is why the mitochondria is towards the apical region, and the nucleus is found towards the base. Okay, so this is the nucleus and this is the mitochondria. Okay, and cilia is present at their free ends. Free ends, it means which is not attached to the basement membrane. This end is attached to the basement membrane, but this end is free. So cilia will be present on the free ends. Location, it is found in the lining of the fallopian tube and the parts of the respiratory system like trachea. So it is found in the inner lining of the trachea. Fallopian tube is the part of female reproductive system. So there also it is present. Function is the beating of cilia helps to remove the particulate matter from the inhaled air. So when you inhale, certain dust particles may enter. So these cilia, when it is continuously performing the lashing movement, will trap that dust particles and will throw out from a body. So this is the ciliated columnar epithelial tissue. Basement membrane is there, nucleus is there, and at their free ends they have free cilia. Then glandular epithelial tissue. These are the modified columnar epithelial tissue which contains the large cells, and these large cells is mainly meant for the secretion of the chemical substances. Present in the tear gland, sweat gland, and liver and many other glands. The main function of this tissue is secretion of hormones. So the cells get folded inwards and forms the glandular epithelial tissue. Then the stratified epithelial tissue. So as the name suggests, stratified term is derived from strata. Strata, it means layers. So when the cells are arranged layer over the other, then it is known as stratified epithelial tissue. So an epithelial tissue comprised of more than one layer of epithelial cells with only one basal layer being in contact with the basal lamina. So the lowermost layer will only be in the contact with the basal lamina. The other layers are resting on the previous layer, and it is mainly concerned with the protection and mechanical function. So it is present in the skin and it is present in the cornea. Cornea is the part of the eye. Function is mainly meant for the mechanical or protection purpose. Okay, so many cells are flattened, arranged one over the other. Only the lowest layer of the cell is in the contact with the basement membrane, and this is present in the skin, and skin provides protection from all the physical, chemical and biological factors because of the stratified epithelial tissue. So this is all for today. Thank you everyone.